Coming up, it's the defending Great West Conference champs taking on the defending Great West Conference tournament champions as the Wolverines entertain North Dakota. It's all coming up next right here on UVU TV. Welcome to the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University here in Orem, Utah, where tonight the Wolverines kick off Great West Conference play by playing host to North Dakota. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim McCullough along with my broadcast partner, Matt Peterson. Matt, North Dakota and UVU, epic battles last year. Both teams come in here red hot.
Yeah, one of those games where something's got to give, Jim, and I think that we're going to see some great basketball tonight because of that. Wolverines come in playing well. North Dakota comes in playing well. We're going to see some highlights here of the game previously for the Wolverines against the University of St. Mary. It was a total team effort, a total team victory. See highlights from nearly every player here. Isaiah Williams, Geddes Robinson, Holden Hunsaker, Ben Aird, Keith Thompson. They all had a big impact in the game, and I think they're going to have a lot of confidence coming into this game tonight.
That was Monday night. Wolverines scored a season-high 98 points. 6 players for the Wolverines in double figures. That's the second consecutive game that has happened. So it should be an interesting battle tonight. Wolverines having won 3 in a row. Now, let's talk about North Dakota. They come in here having won 3 out of 4, including a very impressive win over their arch rival, North Dakota State.
Yeah, definitely a tough place to play up in North Dakota. I think the Wolverines are going to look at this game tape and look at the film and see, you know, and knowing what North Dakota is capable of from playing with them last year, of what they're capable of doing on the road. And so it's going to be important as we focus on a lot of the key players for both teams, and it's going to be a great game.
Should be. All right, key players. Matt talked about them already. Let's hear your opinion, who to watch tonight.
Yeah, Isaiah Williams, a senior guard, averaging 15 points per game on the season. When he plays well, the Wolverines play well. Geddes Robinson, another senior, plays the forward position, averaging 10.2 rebounds per game. He is a big factor inside in every game that the Wolverines play.
Yeah, Geddes actually averaging a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds a game. All right, key players for the game tonight in North Dakota.
Yeah, we're going to look at Troy Huff, who is a sophomore guard, averaging 13.1 points per game. We saw him a lot last year. Great player. Patrick Mitchell, a senior forward, 471 career rebounds. So we're going to watch these two players, Troy Huff and Isaiah Williams, Patrick Mitchell and Geddes Robinson, and how they play against each other throughout the game.
All right, as always, Matt Peterson's famous keys to the game tonight for the Wolverines.
Yeah, we always talk about these keys, and more often than not, they come true and they come to fruition. Total team effort is going to be required for the Wolverines tonight, just like they had against St. Mary's a couple of nights ago. As well, when they're playing at home, they have to do a good job of controlling the tempo of the game. They always play well when they're able to do those two things, and we'll see if they can do it again tonight.
All right, let's talk about why this game's even more important than just your Great West Conference season opener for both these teams. These guys last year in North Dakota played a game that went 4 overtimes. That was last year in North Dakota. Then here they played a nail-biter as well. UVU won both those games. By the way, North Dakota won the Great West Conference tournament last year on this floor. UVU eliminated in the second round. UVU was the regular season champ. UVU picked first this year. North Dakota picked second. A lot at stake.
Absolutely, and when you combine and when you put all those things together, it's going to equate to a good game, and that's what we're expecting, and it'll be fun to watch.
I think this one should be fun. We're going to take a break on your Costa Vida pregame show. Back with your opening lineups and your opening tip. It's all coming up next right here on UVU TV.
I'm Joe Luce, an anthropology student at UVU, and this is my classroom. At UVU, I'm sharpening my mind and my skills.
I'm Patty Garcia, a geology student at UVU, and this is Engaged Learning. At UVU, I'm learning by doing.
Welcome back to the UCCU Center in Orem, Utah. North Dakota and Utah Valley getting set to go at it. This is the Great West Conference opener for both of these squads. Utah Valley comes in here 10-10. North Dakota 8-9. Utah Valley at home 8-2. North Dakota though 0-8 on the road. That's right, they have not won a game on the road this season. But boy, there is some talent tonight on this floor. Of the starting 10, 6 of them were named all Great West Conference last year. 1 first-teamer, 2 second-teamers, and 3 honorable mention Great West Conference performers will be starting tonight, the most between any 2 games. All right, let's join Eric Allen, stadium announcer here at the UCCU Center for tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for North Dakota.
First, the starting lineup for the visiting North Dakota. At forward, number 5, Troy Huff. The other forward, number 45, Patrick Mitchell. Center, number 24, Brandon Brecky. Guard, number 0, Aaron Anderson. And the other guard, number 11, Jamal Webb. Head coach of North Dakota is Brian Jones and assistant Brian Martin.
North Dakota, as we said, comes in here 8-9 on the season. Brian Jones, just 38 years old in his 6th season at North Dakota, with a career record at North Dakota of 77-91. For those not familiar with the University of North Dakota, they're located in Grand Forks, North Dakota. This is their 4th season in D1. They'll be leaving the Great West Conference, however, after this year, joining the Big Sky Conference. And getting ready for that, Matt, they only traveled 11 players tonight because it's a Big Sky Conference rule that you can only do that. So they figured, let's go ahead and get used to that.
Yeah, and that could play a factor in the game. We'll have to see. Obviously, it's very rare that a basketball team will go more than 11 deep, but who knows? Maybe North Dakota has played a couple games like that earlier on in the year.
Yeah, they've got 15 on their active roster, and all 15 have seen action this year. Obviously, just 11 of them have a chance tonight. Wolverines, by the way, 12 men on their roster, but only 11 active, as Kevin Woods still nursing a bad knee. He's missed the last 4 games. All right, time now for your starting lineups from the Wolverines of Utah Valley.
And now, the starting lineups for your UVU Wolverines. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Bellflower, California, number 33, Keith Thompson. The other forward, a 6'5" senior from Bronx, New York, number 15, Geddes Robinson. At center, a 6'9" sophomore from Bountiful, Utah, number 34, Ben Aird. At guard, a 6' sophomore from North Salt Lake, number 12, Dick Hunsaker. And the other guard, a 6'1" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 2, Isaiah Williams.
Wolverines coached by Dick Hunsaker, his 10th season here at UVU, 178 wins, 106 losses. That's just here at UVU. In his career, 345 wins, and Coach of the Year a few years ago when he was at the University of Utah. North Dakota and Utah Valley, the two teams picked to finish 1 and 2 in the Great West Conference. Well, maybe only fitting that they play the first game in conference play against each other. They're also going to play the last game in conference play against each other. On March 3rd, Utah Valley will venture up to Grand Forks, North Dakota to finish out the regular season. Utah Valley averaging 68 points a game. North Dakota, 68 points a game. You know, we could just go on forever with stats about how even these guys are. Are we looking at 4 overtimes again tonight?
I hope so. I mean, for the fans' sake, that would be an exciting game. It just shows, as you said, how evenly matched they both are.
Wolverines control the opening tip. We're underway here at the UCCU Center in Orem. A little bit of a late start tonight. North Dakota had some problems getting in here. We'll talk about that more a little bit later, I'm sure. Wolverines working it inside to Isaiah for the turnaround. And the first rebound of the game comes down to Brecky.
Yeah, we see that often from the Wolverines starting out early, trying to post up Isaiah Williams. Got a great shot, nice turnaround, just didn't get it to fall. And defensively here, the Wolverines starting out the game in a 2-3 zone.
Ten seconds on the shot clock to work with for North Dakota. 3 is good from Huff. Troy Huff. You know, last year we watched the kid play as a freshman, and I couldn't believe it was a freshman. He still doesn't even look like a sophomore to me. He looks more like a senior for sure now.
Yeah, very talented player.
North Dakota first blood, 3-0. Wolverines.
I was just going to say that North Dakota, so far, I know we're only one offensive possession in, but they're trying to deny the passing lanes. They're trying to make it difficult to get the ball, that first catch, that first play into the Wolverines offense.
Ben Aird misses inside. North Dakota tracks down the loose ball.
And another great shot there from Ben. That was a nice duck in and a good pass from Geddes. Just once again, another finish that the Wolverines are unfortunately unable to connect on.
Another 3. Missed that one. Geddes Robinson, one of the leading rebounders in the nation, pull that one down for the Wolverines. Hunsaker on the drive, stripped. Keith Thompson. Wolverines start 0 for 3. Geddes Robinson inside, offensive rebound. He fouled on the way back up. Geddes Robinson, just mentioned it, he's number 20 in the nation in rebounding, but he's number 3 in the nation in offensive rebounds. He's pulled down 84 offensive rebounds out of 4,500 kids playing D1 basketball. He's number 3 in the nation.
Well, and you see why right there. I mean, that was a shot from Keith, a good open shot. And there were 3 North Dakota players standing right in the middle of the paint, and it seemed as if Geddes was right in the middle of all of them. And the odds wouldn't favor him coming away with the ball, but he does. When he gets his hands on that ball, it's so hard to take it away from him. And you see that play is just exactly why he is such a great offensive rebounder, because he can take the ball away from 3 players.
Senior from the Bronx makes the front end of 2. Keith Thompson with the putback on the miss.
Yeah, I like what the Wolverines are doing. Nice offensive rebound out from Keith, but they're getting all of the shots except for that one jumper from Keith at the basket. Isaiah with the post up, Ben with the post up, and Keith with a nice rebound there. Always good when you can start a game with some early inside shots.
2 minutes gone, we're tied at 3. Huff for 3.
In that zone defense, he's going to be a player that you always have to be aware of where he is, and whether he's, no matter how far out he is, you've got to get out to him.
Wolverines missed that one. North Dakota works it over the left side, wide open for a 3, but Keith Thompson showing some leaping ability. Anderson shot into the stands.
That's the type of recovery that you have to have. I think that Huff and Anderson are going to be the 2 most dangerous 3-point shooters for North Dakota. And it looks like here the Wolverines make a switch and they go into a man defense. They've had enough of the zone this early.
Well, surprisingly, Huff comes in here just 18% from 3-point land.
maybe they need to have flight troubles more often because he's come in and hit a couple good shots there.
6-3. North Dakota up on top. Looking for more on the break. Anderson missed it. Geddes Robinson trailing, picks up the rebound for UVU.
Yeah, that goes back to what we said early on. They're trying to get in those passing lanes. They're going to anticipate the passes. That's exactly what Aaron Anderson did there. Geddes trying to swing the ball to Holton, but Anderson anticipated the pass and got the steal.
Ben Aird, sophomore, little hook jump hook. North Dakota with it. Over to Huff, now to the corner, back up top. Just ball movement right now.
Yeah.
Huff dishes off. Nice finish inside by Brecky.
Yeah, nice job of penetrating the zone, getting into the middle of the zone, creating some opportunities, opening some things up, and a nice dish off there to Mitchell for the easy layup.
North Dakota starts 3 of 7 from the floor. UVU 1 of 6. KT. Brecky with the rebound. 8-3. North Dakota by 5. That brings us to a media timeout. 15:37, first half. Wolverines down by 5 here on UVU TV.
Utah Valley University. Your life, your beat, your university.
Wolverines start out cold, 1 of 7 shooting. By the way, just before we went to that break, the foul was against Patrick Mitchell. And so here we are just 4.5 minutes into the game, and Patrick Mitchell picks up foul number 2
and that's
for North Dakota.
That's going to put them in such a bind because he's a starter. He has a big impact on the game. We talked about him being the key player and haven't even played 5 minutes, and he's already got 2 quick fouls. And we'll see what Coach Brian Jones does, see if he brings him back into the game, but it's such a long time to sit out if he doesn't come back in.
Speaking of subs, Hubbard's into the game for UVU. Off the glass is Geddes Robinson on the nice feed from Hubbard.
Yeah, a couple great interior passes there. The first one was the pass into Hubbard from Ben Aird, and then the nice unselfish dish off to Geddes Robinson. That's how you run and pass interior.
Another 3-point attempt outside. This one no good. And ball still free. It's going to belong to UVU. The North Dakota showing a lot of hustle. We talked about some travel problems. They left North Dakota last night at 9 o'clock. The plane was late leaving. It wasn't their fault. Flew to Minneapolis just to see their connection pulling away from the gate. So they were forced to spend the night in Minneapolis. Then today they had to fly to Dallas, then to Salt Lake City. Isaiah Williams ties this one at 8.
We see Isaiah with that type of shot so often. When the defender has his hands down, isn't ready for the long three, Isaiah has that quick release, able to rise up over the defense and make it look easy.
That time Josh Schuler. Nice move to get open for the 2. And it's a 2-point lead for North Dakota. Holton Hunsaker trying to force it inside to Geddes Robinson. Turnover. Lead pass. Huff. Flush down. 4-point lead, North Dakota.
Yeah, you see that at every level of basketball. Whenever there's a turnover, whenever an offense commits a turnover, the other team is outrun, and it's so hard to get back in transition defense. As soon as Huff saw that, he was out and running.
Isaiah Long two. Well, they'll say it's a three. Back-to-back trays from Great West Conference Player of the Year last year. And honorable mention All-American Isaiah Williams. Huff again, 14-11 now, 13.5 to play first half.
Yeah, Wolverines switching up their defense, going back and forth between the zone and the man. That time they were in a man defense, and Troy Huff just made a nice move and a great finish.
Isaiah's got the hot hand. 3 straight buckets for the senior from Chicago, Illinois.
He just looks comfortable. A couple long threes, that nice baseline jump shot. He definitely looks like he's ready to play and comfortable out there tonight.
NBA 3 missed by Huff. Isaiah Williams with the rebound to the corner. Still hot. Missed that one. Rebound, Ben Ayer. Wolverines looking to take the lead with a basket here. There it is. Alfonso Hubbard, first lead of the game for UVU. Comes at 12:45 of the first half.
Yeah, just as we talked about North Dakota getting into the middle of the defense, UVU on these last couple of possessions have done that. Able to break down the defense with a nice perimeter move and then just some easy dump-off passes. And a nice finish there from Alfonso.
Little floater inside, missed from Webb. Whistle on the rebound. Going to go against North Dakota. Webb reached in. His first. Brecky back into the game. Anderson checks in. Eilert comes in. So, as you mentioned, Coach Brian Jones going to the bench quickly and often. And that might be because of the tiredness of the travel.
Yeah, we'll see the defensive rebound here from Geddes Robinson and a foul on the reach in there from Allard. But yeah, I think so. I mean, when you look at what happened to them, it's very unfortunate because you don't want to show up on the day of a game. But they've come out and played well and with a lot of intensity. But Coach Jones probably is trying to rotate a lot of players in. Don't get these players too fatigued too early.
Hubbard misses inside. Ben Ayer put back. Wolverines by 3.
And Wolverines showing aggression offensively on the offensive rebounds. They've done that a couple times. We've seen Keith Thompson get the offensive rebound, Geddes Robinson, and there Ben Ayer. So it's great. It's a great sign for a coach when you can see that your team is getting those offensive rebounds.
Wolverines have hit 6 of their last 8 shots after starting 1 of 7. And Tweed called for a charge. Timeout on the floor. Wolverines by 3.
Welcome to Utah Valley University, home to an educational philosophy that engages its students in hands-on, practical education. I invite you to learn more about one of Utah's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic universities.
Dawn is breaking at Utah Valley University. 33,000 students are descending on campus. What are they after? Knowledge? Opportunity? They might be pursuing an MBA, an automotive certificate, or a bachelor's degree in philosophy. But despite their different paths, they share a common understanding.
Well, we told you in the pregame show that we had all sorts of all-conference performers tonight. It didn't take long for Troy Huff. He's got 10 points already. He's got 10 of North Dakota's 14. Isaiah Williams has 8 for UVU. The Wolverines lead it right now by 3, 17-14. Inside, Ben Ayer in trouble, threw it away. Layup good, the other end from Antwi.
Once again, there's a case of when you turn the ball over offensively, the other team's looking to get out and run, and it's virtually impossible to get back in transition, and a good finish there from Aaron Anderson.
Third turnover for the Wolverines. Hubbard has it, works inside, gives it over to Ben, who has it stripped. Another turnover, back-to-back possessions. Inside, off the glass, good from Brandon Brecky, sophomore. Back and forth they go. North Dakota now with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers for the Wolverines. Got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. They're getting some good plays running their offensive sets. They're getting to spots on the floor that they want. It's just they have those unfortunate turnovers.
Geddes Robinson inside. Geddes has 5 points and 5 rebounds. Played 9.5 minutes. UVU with a 1-point lead. So far the first half, just what we expected. Two teams pretty evenly matched, going at it pretty hard. Taylor Brown jumps in front of that pass. Hubbard on the run, missed it. Craig Hubbard a little indecisive what he wanted to do there.
Yeah, and I think you got to give credit to the defense there. But once again, it kind of flipped the script there. The Wolverines got that turnover out and running, but Alfonso wishes he had that one back.
Wolverines come up with a North Dakota turnover. Hunsaker in and out. North Dakota with a rebound.
Both teams have cooled off here a little bit. You know, we got out to such a fast start. Both teams shooting the ball very well. Both teams have cooled down here just a little bit more. The type of game I think we expected coming in.
Anderson taken away by Ben Air. Hubbard looking for Taylor Brown. Two teams trying to do a little too much, I think. Brecky free inside. 20-19.
Yeah, Ben got caught there. I think he was trying to get around the post, trying to front, all at the same time went for the steal, went for the knockaway. Wasn't able to quite get there, and Brecky with an easy pass to the rim.
Geddes Robinson forces it up. He'll shoot 2. Fouled by Allard. Geddes Robinson, 1 of 2 from the stripe, 5 points overall to go along with those 5 rebounds. We told you earlier he averages a double-double. He's 24th in the nation in double-doubles. Only 23 other players have more double-doubles than does Geddes Robinson. He does not lead the nation in free throw shooting, however. Poor Geddes, he'll be the first to tell you, he doesn't really like those that much.
That was a great read from him offensively, however, because that play was designed to get Taylor Brown coming off of a double screen from Ben Aird and Alfonso Hubbard. Geddes saw that the pass to the corner wasn't there, or the reversal wasn't there, and saw the lane, saw the opportunity, and took advantage of it.
Geddes 1 of 4 from the stripe now. There remains a 1-point North Dakota lead. First conference games for both of these squads. Winner of this one will have maybe an inside track, or at least a lot of positives going into the rest of the season. Wolverines with it. Geddes Robinson, double team, triple teamed out to Roy Fannin. Almost through in the backcourt. Isaiah tracks it down, calls the play. Coach Dick Hunsaker's got 3 off his bench in the game as well, including Alfonso Hubbard, who puts it up and in.
Yeah, I think the post plays that the Wolverines are running, whether it be for Alfonso, whether it be for Ben, or whether it be for Isaiah or Geddes, they're doing a great job of keeping the defenders behind them and just pinning them. And granted, there has been some great entry passes inside, but the players posting up have done a nice job of posting the defenders behind them.
Taylor Brown called for the foul. That's the first foul against UVU. Comes with 7:48 to play. We'll take a break. Wolverines out by 1 here at the UCCU Center.
I'm Joe Luce, an anthropology student at UVU, and this is my classroom. At UVU, I'm sharpening my mind and my skills.
Patty Garcia, a geology student at UVU, and this is Engaged Learning. At UVU, I'm learning by doing.
Back at the UCCU Center, Norham, Utah. Alongside Matt Peterson, I'm Jim McCullough. Utah Valley 10-10 on the season with a 1-point lead over North Dakota. Came in here 8-9, but 0-8 away from home. Coach Brian Jones has got all 11 players he brought into the game so far. We're only, 12 minutes and some odd seconds into this one.
It would have been fun to see if they were allowed to bring 15, if they would have had 15 into the game so far. But yeah, it's clear that that he uses a rotation, and he's trying to get different players in the game, probably trying to keep players fresh. And I'm sure as the game winds down and gets a little bit closer to the end, we may see less substitution.
Webb missed them both, so it remains 21-20. Isaiah Williams running point guard in place of Holton Hunsaker right now. .15 seconds on the shot clock. Hubbard goes to the glass, shot blocked from behind by Huff. He'll be called for the foul, though, coming over the top of Hubbard. 5th team foul, first one though on Huff. Hubbard at the free throw line for UVU. First one's good. Alfonso, 64% free throw shooter on a team that averages 67%.
You see the replay there. Alfonso at the last moment, I think he had made his move, and Troy Huff probably thought that he was going to block that shot, but you see him just kind of maneuver the ball, get it around and away from the defender at the last moment, and allowed him to get the shot off, and probably caused some confusion to Troy Huff and caused him to foul.
3-point lead matches the biggest for UVU. North Dakota led by 5 early. Keith Thompson, showtime. KT showing the leaping ability. The Wolverines by 5 now. Inside, Brecky backing in against Rory Fannin. Brecky traveled, they say.
Yeah, great job of post defense there from Rory. He didn't give his ground. He held his ground, didn't allow Brecky to back him down any further. And when Rory's in the game and he's playing post defense like that, he's so tall, and when he gets his hands up in the air, it's so hard to shoot over him. And it's also hard to move him, as we saw in that last play. The defenders try and get around, and Rory did a nice job of holding his ground.
Ben Aird back into the game. Rory Fannin takes a seat. Ben's got it. Working. Shot blocked by Allard. And it belongs to North Dakota.
Once again, I think a point needs to be made at how much the Wolverines are trying to post up here, and I think it's been great for them. They're looking to post up just about everybody, and when they do so and when they execute, they can get good shots there. Just like that last one from Ben, in a little bit of traffic, but was able to create a shot.
Whistle inside away from the ball. Looked like Brecky and Hubbard were tied up together. Foul's going to be called against Alfonso Hubbard of UVU. His like, first, team second.
Yeah, Brecky, he's the type of player, having watched him last year and seeing him in this game, he's pretty relentless inside. He's always going to be trying to post up. And so post defenders for the Wolverines have to always be ready for him to maneuver and get around and try and get a good post position.
Allard gives over to Webb. Jumper outside, no good. Rebound, Isaiah Williams of UVU. Isaiah will take it down and pick up a chance to shoot some free throws. Foul going to be called on Josh Schuler.
That was great transition offense there from Isaiah, because I was watching his eyes when he got that rebound. Ben Aird was streaking down the court, trying to get that early post position. I saw Isaiah watching for Ben to get open, and Ben kind of stopped a little bit further up the lane Isaiah did a good job of probing, waiting to see if Ben was going to post up, and didn't get it, and just created and made his way to the basket.
First foul on Schuler, 6th team foul against North Dakota with just under 6 minutes to play. And I believe North Dakota takes a quick little timeout. We better stay here for this one. They just want to talk about something to get something straight. Coach Brian Jones saw something he didn't like. 5th meeting between these two. North Dakota won both games 2 seasons ago. Then last year, as we talked about, UVU won them both. In Orem, they won by 3, but in North Dakota, it was a 4 overtime victory, 11-point final margin of victory for the Wolverines in North Dakota.
There's that drive that we saw from Isaiah. You see Ben was posting up on the right side that we had from that view, so that was going to be on the left block, and Isaiah obviously took it away from him, giving himself a little bit more space. But I think both he and Holton Hunsaker, when they can get out in transition, I think they're both very good at reading what the defense gives them and making the correct play and correct decision, and that time the correct play was what Isaiah did, and that was to drive.
Isaiah Williams, 80% free throw shooter on the season, misses both, a rarity. 5:45 left, first half. It's a 5-point UVU lead. Webb misses the reverse layup. Hunsaker looks for help, and I don't think Brecky meant to run into him, but nonetheless, Brecky did run into him.
See, that's an example of what we were just talking about, how both Isaiah and Holton are good in transition there. You know, Holton didn't try to force anything. He didn't try and make an errant pass, but he did a good job of drilling up, stopping, probably picked up his dribble a little bit earlier than he wanted to, but, you know, Brecky unable to stop himself and ran into Holton.
UVU not doing as well as they normally do from the free throw line tonight, but this in the form of Holton Hunsaker, and I didn't want to jinx him. The number 2 free throw shooter in the nation is Holton Hunsaker. He made them both.
Wolverines, we saw them start the game in the 2-3 zone, and I think they've been a little bit more consistent in the last little bit here of going into a man-to-man defense, as Isaiah Williams is going to get called for a foul, trying to chase his player. I believe it was Webb that he was trying to chase along the baseline, and gets called for the foul.
27-20, Wolverines by 7 now. Inbounds play comes in to Anderson. North Dakota works it to the baseline. Troy Huff almost went out, but the jumper good from Mitch Wilmer.
Yeah, that was a good read from Mitch Wilmer, because that was a simple drive and pop. He saw Troy Huff driving the baseline, wanted to create some space, and popped out and was able to get an open jump shot. That was a classic pick and pop.
Ben Aird goes up inside, fouled, I believe by Wilmer. Yeah, his first. Wilmer's a big kid. 6'11", 245 pounds. Ben Aird, 6'10". And you know, in the pregame warm-ups, Ben Aird was as animated as I've seen him. I don't know what that means. Were you ever animated in pregame warm-ups when you played?
Not typically. I don't think I had quite the personality that Ben has, and that's probably why, because Ben certainly has a great personality. You could just see he was excited and ready for the game to start. You know what, the play that got him to the free throw line here, a couple good screens were set. They tried to get the ball into the corner. A couple up screens were set by Geddes Robinson there, and Ben just coming underneath, and it was a well-executed play.
29-22. UVU by 7. Just under 5 minutes to play here, and we're in Orem, Utah. Driving to the hole. Schuler. He'll shoot 2. Fouled by Isaiah Williams, his second. So Patrick Mitchell for North Dakota has 2. 6 other players have 1 each. For UVU, Isaiah has 2. Hubbard and Brown have 1 foul each.
Isaiah's going to come out here, probably going to sit the last bit because you don't want to get him in foul trouble, as we see Josh Schuler there with the drive. Isaiah forced a foul there.
Both free throws good. Taylor Brown replaces Isaiah in the lineup. Taylor Brown, a 6'5" sophomore from Draper, Utah. Geddes Robinson bringing the ball up court. Goes over to Holton Hunsaker. Geddes Robinson, he's got some ball handling skills for a guy who's, you know, one of the top rebounders in the nation. You expect him to be inside, not handling the ball outside, but he can.
Yeah, and that's needed sometimes because as we see Keith with a nice drive here.
No, they're going to wave it off. He charged. Keith Thompson, a nice finger roll inside, but picked up the foul. His first, team's 5th.
You see the good aggressive drive to the right hand here. 2 players there step over for North Dakota, but I believe that it was Mitch Wilmer that took the charge. I think we're going to get a warning of some sort.
It was a bench warning against the UVU coaching staff. Coming up on 4 minutes left here in the first half. Well, after UVU went 12.5 minutes without committing a foul, now it's almost on every possession, it seems like. That one's going to go against Ben Aird, his first.
Yeah, North Dakota's running an offensive action where they're getting a lot of curls and dribble handoffs and picks on the ball. And that's the offense that they're running. The last couple of plays, the play previously where Schuler was able to get to the rim was that type of action. And that play seems like Troy Huff was just able to curl around the defense. And it's very hard to defend that if you're a defender, as we see Ben Aird getting called for the foul.
Huff now with 11 points. Brecky has 6. Schuler with 4. 29-25.
And one point I wanted to make, Jim, we were talking about Geddes bringing the ball up. It's a luxury to have that because sometimes your point guard, they double team him, not allowing him to get the ball. If you can have a big guy, a 4-man like Geddes, bring the ball up, it's such a luxury because you don't have to worry about getting it in the hands of your point guard.
Speaking of point guards, Holton Hunsaker misses that jumper. North Dakota with a chance to cut into that UVU lead. Hunsaker hits the deck hard, and North Dakota will be called for the offensive charge inside. That one's going to be called against Doug Archer. 3:41 left. That brings us to another timeout. Wolverines leading by 4.
Welcome to Utah Valley University, home to an educational philosophy that engages its students in hands-on, practical education. I invite you to learn more about one of Utah's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic universities.
After a slow start, both these teams warming up nicely. North Dakota 50% shooting. They put up 20 shots and made 10. Wolverines have put up 22 and made 10. That's good for 46%. There you see the offensive foul. 9 fouls called against North Dakota. Mitchell has 2. 7 other players have 1 each.
And that's what you call getting wiped out on the screen. But Holton did a nice job of holding his ground there, and we're going to get the same call essentially.
Back the other way.
Yeah, Ben Aird aggressively trying to post up on a duck in, just a little bit too aggressive. And we got a technical foul.
Technical foul being called against UVU. Ben Aird is the one that was called for the normal foul. It's kind of a reverse situation of what just happened before the break. And somebody didn't like something, so Anderson will get to shoot a technical. Anderson, 73% free throw shooter on a team that averages 66% from the line. North Dakota now 3 of 7 from the stripe, make it 4 of 8. Got the second one to go. Four straight points from the stripe for North Dakota pulls them to within 3, 29-26. That was the second foul, by the way, on Ben Aird, so he takes a seat, replaced by Rory Fannin, probably for the remaining 3.5 minutes of this first half. Brecky kicks outside to Allard. Anderson will take the 3, short. North Dakota controls. Wide open, Allard for 3. 7-0 run right now for North Dakota.
Yeah, and that was the classic drive and kick, because Aaron Anderson was able to make a move to get through the screen that was being set, and just a nice kick out there to Allard in the corner for 3.
We're tied at 29, 2:40 left. Rory Fannin comes over the top of Brecky. Fannin will be called for the foul. Senior from Auckland, New Zealand. A little too aggressive coming over the back that time.
Yeah, you like the aggression obviously, but that's the type of situation where you realize that maybe you just better let that one go, because it did put, and any foul going forward on the Wolverines is going to put North Dakota at the line. And as you said, they've put together a little bit of a run here, a couple shots that they've made, a couple free throws that they've made, and Wolverines are a little bit out of sync offensively.
Brecky on the season, 47% free throw shooter. Makes the front end of a 1-and-1, so he'll have another. Brecky's got 7 points tonight. Only player in the game in double figures for either team is Troy Huff, North Dakota with 11. Brecky makes them both. 2-point lead for North Dakota. 9-0 run.
Yeah, and this is a pretty important possession for the Wolverines offensively. It looks like they're going to try and post up Alfonso Hubbard, but they need a basket here to stop this run.
Hubbard stops that 9-0 run. We're tied at 31, 2:22.
Yeah, nice job there, Alfonso, just taking his time, working, backing the defender down, didn't force anything, and just got to a spot where he was comfortable and able to put it home with a nice right-hand jumper.
Huff cut off by Geddes Robinson. Up to Schuler. Under 2 minutes now. Schuler loses his defender. Geddes Robinson with yet another rebound. Robinson will finish off that possession. Missed it. Dick Hunsaker diving for the loose ball, but it's picked up by Webb. And traveling is the call.
A great hustle play there from Holton. He was the one who dove on the floor in the backcourt trying to get the steal, and he recovered on Brecky there. Did a nice job of not allowing Brecky to get around him. Brecky had to go through Holton, and he causes the turnover and a much needed defensive stop there as they just got the offensive possession.
Hunsaker gives it right back with a travel. 8 turnovers for UVU, 9 turnovers for North Dakota. Coming up on a minute left here in the first half. Dead even, 31 apiece. Schuler, hanging jumper good.
Yeah, coming off of the handoff there, Schuler did from Jordan Allard, and he was able to turn the corner very quickly there and pull up jump shot. We're going to get a 30-second timeout from the Wolverines.
Shot clock is at 28. Game clock at 44.7. UVU down by 2 here in the first half. It's been a very interesting first half. Unfortunately, more fouls, I think, than either team really wanted to see. And free throw shooting, not the greatest by either team right now. North Dakota 6 of 10, UVU 7 of 12. And as I just glance at the stat monitor in front of us, there's just so many stats that are pretty doggone dead even, including the score, I guess. Just a 2-point game.
I see the shot there from Josh Schuler, as we had talked about, able to get around the defense there from Taylor Brown. 44 seconds left here. I think the Wolverines are going to work the ball down, get a good shot here, and then it's important for them, make or miss, to get back in their transition defense and get set. Looks like North Dakota made a defensive change here. They're now in a 2-3 zone, probably to try and prevent a Wolverine player from posting up.
Herbert will take a 3. Bottom. 20 seconds left here in the first half. North Dakota looks like they'll play for the last shot. Wolverines back out in front by 1. The lead has changed hands 6 times in this first half.
Get a high screen here. We're going to get a couple screens on the ball, see how the Wolverines defend it.
Here's a 3. Huff misses. Hubbard with the rebound. And we're sending the teams to the locker room. Wolverines by 1, 34-33. Back with your halftime show coming up next here on UVU TV.
I'm Sylvia Bentley, an anthropology student at UVU studying ancient Peru, and this is my classroom. At UVU, I'm graduating with a diploma and a resume.
Think back to when you were a child. What did you dream of becoming as an adult? A pilot? A teacher? A nurse? Maybe a mathematician, a mechanic, or a scientist. Now imagine a place where everyone is focused on your success. Imagine an education that is personal, engaging, fun, and professional. With an education from UVU, all of this becomes true. Utah Valley University. It's your dream. It's your university.
Wolverines leading North Dakota 34-33 at halftime here in Orem, Utah. It was a very entertaining first half. Some players didn't get to see as much action as we thought they might. Troy Huff, nice first half for North Dakota with 11. Isaiah Williams 8 points. Coming off the bench, though, Alfonso Hubbard, 11 for UVU. Isaiah Williams, 2 personal fouls, so he only got 11 minutes in that first half. Isaiah Williams, an All-American for UVU, their first ever All-American in basketball. But UVU's had a couple of All-Americans in some other sports, most notably and most lately, a fellow named Ben Kerr. What a wrestler Ben Kerr is. Take a look.
In the year 1983, I was born with a syndrome called Cruzon syndrome, and it's a craniofacial anomaly. At the age of 1, doctors told my parents that I would have to have a reconstructive surgery, and not just one, but many of them throughout my life. So at a young age, I had to choose my destiny, I had to choose my attitude, and I had to choose to have an unconquerable spirit. That no matter how many times I got knocked down, no matter how many times I fell on my face, that as long as I got back up one more time, and as many times as I got knocked down, I'd be okay. But at the age of 1, I had that surgery, and the doctors told me, you know what? You're not going to be able to do contact sports. You're going to be very limited on the things that you can do. And so that's how my life started. And as a little kid in elementary, all you want to do is run around. It was hard for me to take in. It was hard for me to swallow. But I knew, with the support of my parents, my family, that I could do anything. And that I knew the power of choice and the power of defying the odds, creating opportunities. I knew that was possible. When I did start to wrestle, and people were watching me and thinking, oh man, what can this kid do? And he looks a little bit different than other people, but he seems to be defying the odds. He seems to be creating his own destiny. He seems to be creating his own opportunities in life, and nothing seems to stop him. I think a lot of times in life, we put a ceiling on ourselves, and we set our own limits. But from a young age, I really decided that, you know what? Our biggest obstacle is ourselves. There's going to be people every day in our lives that say, you can do this or you cannot do this. But we're the only ones that can really tell ourselves or hold ourselves back from the possible or impossible. Because I chose to live my priorities, and because I chose to defy the odds and to follow through with my dreams and my goals, even though many people alongside me said I couldn't, even though there was mocking along the way, I allowed that to fuel me, to fuel the fire.
Quite an athlete, this Ben Kerr. Tell you what, we're going to take a break here during our halftime show. When we come back, we will talk live to the man himself, All-American Ben Kerr, coming up next, live here at halftime on UVU TV.
Come join the student section and cheer for the mighty Wolverines. Mighty Athletic Wolverine League sports passes are now available. Your mall pass gets you tickets to every NCAA home game, free food at the tailgate parties, prizes at the games, and lots of new friends. Get more information on their Facebook page or by calling Campus Connection at 801-863-8797. Go UVU!
If you're serious about going to college and getting a head start on the process, come get a feel for what university life is like. UVU Days are designed with you in mind. UVU Days are department-specific events held on Saturdays that will allow you to become a student for a day. These events are free and breakfast and lunch are served. For more information, dates, and times, please visit our website at www.uvu.edu/future students. Come experience what UVU has to offer in your field of study.
Well, I guess I really got green fever when, I found out how Utah Valley University can get me a great education.
Are you here for zombies? This is green fever. Zombies meets down the hall, room 1023.
Costa Vida was born on the beach, so the coast inspires how we prepare everything, from our crisp salads to our irresistible burritos. And with more fresh sauces and salsas to choose from, Meals at Costa Vida are truly a custom experience. Costa Vida, the coast is calling.
Back at the UCCU Center, Wolverines with a 1-point lead over North Dakota at halftime. It was a very entertaining first half. Right before we went to that break, you saw the little package on UVU's All-American wrestler, Ben Kerr. He now joins us courtside here at our broadcast position. Ben, welcome to the broadcast. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
All right, everybody wants to know, why UVU? You were an All-American, and you could have pretty much went anywhere, I understand, but you picked UVU to come wrestle. Why?
You know what? I grew up in a club called Elite Wrestling here locally, and my coach, Greg Williams, who had been with me for many years, took the job here. And I knew his vision, and I knew that he had some power behind him, so he sold me.
And here I thought he was just a great recruiter. He just brought you along with him. All right, so All-American status, and I apologize because we had a little audio difficulty, at least on my headset. I didn't get to hear the audio in that last package, so we might be repeating some things here. All-American last year. Tell me about the year.
You know, it was a phenomenal year. I have incredible teammates, incredible coaches. Won in the year and had some powerful matches. Right before Nationals, I got upset at Regionals, the very first match. And I had to crawl my way back, pinching and biting to get through it, qualified for Nationals.
You really didn't bite anybody, right? Come on.
Yeah, not literally.
It's not that kind of wrestling, right?
Yeah, it felt like it, but got to Nationals, was unseeded, and was able to beat the number 4 ranked guy in the country, number 5 ranked guy in the country, number 7, and lost in the semifinals to eventual champion Anthony Robles.
Wow, tremendous year. Congratulations on that year. Now, you're going for an Olympic berth, right? That's what I understand?
Yeah.
Tell me how this is coming about, what's happening, what's the deal with this?
You know what? I've had the dreams of being an Olympic champion, being an Olympian since I was a kid. And I wanted to make that a reality. And, you know, when I was young, doctors told me I could never wrestle because of what I was born with, Cruzon syndrome. And I decided to defy the odds and set my own destiny, and it's becoming a reality.
Now, I don't know if it's still the same way. It used to be years ago that potential Olympic athletes pretty much had to earn their own way to get there. Kind of an expensive process, is it not?
It is. It is. It's a lot more expensive than I ever thought it was.
like, give us an example. How much is this costing you really to try out for the Olympic team?
You know what? I'll give you an example. February 1st, I take off to Ukraine, and just to use their facility, not room and board, they're charging me $100 and $150 a day, and I'll be there for 3 weeks. So thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And I understand there's a website set up for folks who might want to help donate some money to you for this Olympic bid.
Yes.
And that is, what is it? Do we have that graphic? I think it was www.faceofachampion.net. Is that the right one?
Faceofachampion.net. And you can go on there, you can donate, you can buy T-shirts, and anything helps me out. It's truly a blessing what people have done.
Is it this T-shirt?
This is a T-shirt, 2012. USA to be the next Olympian. That's the deal.
Excellent. Well, we hope. When will you find out for sure whether or not you've made the team?
The end of April is the Olympic trials. The top guy goes to represent the U.S. in London, and that's the dream, and that's what we're shooting for.
Wow. Congratulations on a heck of a career here at UVU, and we'll be looking for you on network TV as you represent UVU and the USA, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Terrific. Ben Kerr, All-America wrestler here at UVU. Utah Valley leading North Dakota by 1 here at halftime at the UCCU Center. The team's just now coming out of the locker rooms. Wolverines in that first half shooting 46%, North Dakota 48%. One player in double figures for North Dakota, 11 points from Troy Huff. Here you see the totals for the first half between the two teams. Both teams making 12 shots from the floor. North Dakota 12 of 25, Wolverines 12 of 26. 3-pointers, North Dakota 3 of 9, Wolverines 3 of 4. Turnovers almost dead even, 9 to 8 in favor of North Dakota, if you call a turnover in favor of. 11 points from Troy Huff, 11 points from Alfonso Hubbard. All right, highlights coming your way in just a second as we go down the rundown. By the way, all 11 players for North Dakota got into the first half of action. 8 players saw action for Utah Valley in that first half. Geddes Robinson, 5 points, 6 rebounds. Keith Thompson, 4 points. Ben Aird, 4 points, 3 rebounds, but 3 personal fouls. Isaiah Williams, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 personal fouls. Holton Hunsaker, 2 points. Alfonso Hubbard, we mentioned off the bench, 11 points in just 13 minutes. Taylor Brown and Rory Fannin both played in that first half, did not score. North Dakota led by Troy Huff, 11. Brandon Becky by 8. 6 points from Josh Schuler. Wilmer had 2. Allard had 3. Antwi had 2. And Anderson had 1. We'll take another break. Back with your second half coming up in a minute here on UVU TV.
I'm Sylvia Bentley, an anthropology student at UVU studying ancient Peru, and this is my classroom.
At UVU, I'm graduating with a diploma and a resume.
Think back to when you were a child. What did you dream of becoming as an adult? A pilot? A teacher? A nurse? Maybe a mathematician, a mechanic, or a scientist. Now imagine a place where everyone is focused on your success. Imagine an education that is personal, engaging, fun, and professional. With an education from UVU, all of this becomes true. Utah Valley University. It's your dream. It's your university.
Back in Orem, Utah, Jim McCullough along with Matt Peterson. Wolverines leading North Dakota 34-33. Matt, first half analysis real quick.
Well, I think it was a great start for both teams. I think they both came out and played well early, and then the game kind of settled in. So I think a big key for the Wolverines is not turn the ball over. North Dakota has 15 points off of 8 Wolverine turnovers. And for North Dakota, you're going to get a lot more play from Patrick Mitchell. So how is he going to, it's probably been close to an hour of actual time since he's actually stepped on and been on the court. So that's kind of what I saw in the first half and a glimpse of what we're probably going to see here in the second half.
Mitchell's out there with 2. Meanwhile, the Wolverines start without Ben Aird on the bench with 3 personal fouls as we start the second half. Brecky bumps into Fannin, throws it, does turn over. Isaiah to KT, inside, missed it. Guess who with the rebound? Geddes Robinson, offensive rebound. That's number 6 for Geddes. Make it 7th rebound. Foul going to go against Jamal Webb, his second. Isaiah Williams, jumper. Geddes with another rebound. Hunsaker nails the 3.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start for the Wolverines to the second half. They get a great defensive stop. Good defense from Rory Fannin and Keith getting in the passing lane, deflecting the ball, and the Wolverines out and running. Get a shot, get an offensive rebound, and are able to put it back in. A good start for the Wolverines here in the second half.
Webb. They're going to give him the shot. Rory Fannin fouled him on the way to the hole. Basket will count.
that's definitely not the defensive matchup that they wanted to see. Rory Fannin, 6'11", guarding Jamal Webb, who's 6'1". I think there was a switch a little bit earlier in the possession where Rory was forced to guard Webb, and it's such a tough task there for a big man to guard such a smaller, quicker perimeter defender. Rory did a good job initially, but just at the last moment, Jamal Webb able to get around him.
2-point game. Minute and a half gone here, second half. Wolverines led by as many as 7 in the first half. North Dakota led by as many as 5. Rory Fannin, nice shot off the glass.
Yeah, there's a nice high-low play there. Wolverines are able to get the ball in Geddes Robinson's hands at the free throw line. Rory with a nice duck in and a quick move. Rory's so good when he can get the ball, quickly make a decision, and a nice left-hand shot.
Mitchell's shot bothered just enough by Fannin. Wolverines come away with it. 4-point lead right now for the Wolverines. Inside foul before Geddes can get the shot across. That one's going to go against Brecky. His second, team's second.
Yeah, Wolverines going back to what they did in the first half. Early on, get it inside. Geddes Robinson gets it in the post, makes a quick move, had a nice spin move there, and draws the foul.
Hunsaker's jumper will not go. North Dakota. Coach Brian Jones exhorting them to run, run, run. Troy Huff inside and all sorts of traffic. Foul on Rory Fannin, his third. So now you got your 2 big men, Rory Fannin and Ben Aird, both 6'10", both with 3 fouls each.
Yeah, that could be a factor. I mean, you don't want Rory to pick up a 4th foul here. Forced to bring in Ben with 3 fouls.
It's like every shot now for both teams brings a whistle. That one's going to go against Keith Thompson. His second. Well, did we mention both teams have 11 players available? Because if this thing goes 4 overtimes again, at the rate they're calling fouls, there's not going to be anybody left. You got eligibility left?
Yeah, I wish. But I think that you can credit the fouls being called to the aggressiveness of the offensive players. Now, this is exactly, to me, how the game started. Both teams being aggressive, trying to get it inside, trying to drive to the basket. And when you're aggressive like that and you're not going up soft, you're going to get those foul calls if you're taking it strong to the rim.
Free throws cut UVU's lead down to 2. 17:20 left. KT hands back over to Hunsaker. Isaiah, a quiet 8 points tonight. Hunsaker got caught up in the air, gets it over to Isaiah. Geddes Robinson backing inside and charged. His first, team's 4th. 4 fouls called in the first 3 minutes here in the second half against UVU.
I think Geddes was trying to just create a little bit more space, but got his shoulder into that one just a little bit.
9 fouls apiece in the first half for each of these 2 teams. Anderson working against Geddes. 12 seconds in the shot clock. Huff will take it in, dish off. A push inside going to be called on Geddes Robinson. His second. So now you got Isaiah Williams, 2 fouls. Keith Thompson, 2 fouls. Ben Aird, 3. Geddes Robinson, 2. Rory Fannin, 3. Wolverines in some foul trouble.
I think the biggest problem with that is obviously you get your players, your key players in foul trouble, but 2 more fouls and North Dakota's going to be shooting free throws the rest of the game. And we've played a little over almost 3.5 minutes here, and get a couple more fouls there, and you're going to be putting North Dakota at the free throw line for the rest of the game.
It'll be Wilmer at the free throw line. Mitch Wilmer, 6'11", 245-pound junior. Averages just 2 points a game. He's already got 2 tonight.
Let me go back to one thing that I want to correct myself. I know Rory won't get mad at me. I said that he was 6'11". I mean, we have him listed as 6'9". You know, if you ask him, he's probably going to say that he's 6'11", but technically he's listed as being only 6'9".
1 point UVU lead. 39-38. Both these teams averaging 68 points a game. Geddes Robinson. Oh, no doubt about Wilmer's foul on that one, I think.
That was a well-run play. There was a lot of action going on. You had Isaiah getting the ball at the top of the key. You had Holton Hunsaker crossing across the free throw line or coming parallel, and a nice read of the defender coming up, and he was able to dish it off, and we saw the replay there of how strong Geddes went for the layup.
Geddes just struggling from the free throw line, though. 1 of 5. 5 points overall, 9 rebounds. For the senior from Bronx, New York, who averages a double-double. Two-point game. Talking about the foul trouble. North Dakota, Webb, Brecky, and Mitchell all with 2 each. Now Wilmer with 2. Anderson. Jumper from Webb for 3. Geddes Robinson with his 10th rebound of the night. Hunsaker will take a 3. He's got 8. His second three-pointer tonight.
2 good possessions there for the Wolverines. A good defensive possession. A nice three-point shot there on the offensive end. See if they can put together back-to-back stops here.
Jumper outside from Mitchell. No good. Isaiah. Little hand check foul as he came across the lane. That one's going to be called on Anderson. Brings us to a media timeout. 15:04 left. Wolverines 43, North Dakota 38.
What makes you feel the need to pretend to have green fever?
Well, it's totally real. Just because I'm different.
I can see the magic marker in your pocket. Well, why don't we focus on ways that you can actually get green fever, like wanting hands-on experience or wanting a degree from UVU that will actually help you in the real world. I think Beverly's made some real progress today.
5 minutes gone here in the second half. Wolverines with a 5-point lead. Wolverines shooting 3 of 6 from the floor in the second half. North Dakota 1 of 4.
This game has become a lot more physical. There's been some chippy play on both sides. We're getting a replay here. One of the referees is going to be taking a look at that last possession of where Holton Hunsaker hit the ground. I think they're going to look back and see exactly what happened there. But we've seen this game. I was going to make a comment couple minutes ago. I thought this game, the physicality was increasing and there was becoming a little bit of chippiness to the game, and we're definitely going to get a replay of that, and the officials want to see what happened there.
Well, I'm told from our student producers and student directors in the booth that they're trying to cue up the play that the officials want to see? And if so, if they've got that, we'll get a chance to show you the same time the officials see it. This game is being completely handled by students from the digital media department here at Utah Valley University, one of the 11 departments in the College of Technology and Computing. Students running cameras, students pushing buttons, students running replays. So this is Isaiah's shot here, and it was well after this when Holton hit the deck, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the previous possession. It was just the previous possession. Wolverines playing defense right leading into that shot there from Isaiah. It was the previous possession, just a couple seconds earlier than that, when the Wolverines were bringing the ball up court.
All right, so this must be it. Hunsaker down low, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was incidental. I don't think that they're going to look at, I don't think they're going to say that that was anything intentional.
And you're right. The official jumped up and said incidental. (43-38). Wolverines out by 5 with 15:04 to play here in the second half. Wolverines at home 8-2. North Dakota struggles on the road. They haven't won away from home yet. They're 0-8 on this season. Utah Valley picked to win the Great West Conference. North Dakota picked to finish second. Hunsaker for 3 on the hit. Well, they'll say a long 2 now on the inbounds play.
Yeah, that was a great play there, run on the out of bounds. I believe it was either Geddes Robinson, I didn't see the action, but Geddes Robinson or Rory Fannin, who set a great screen to Spring Holton.
Geddes Robinson stepped on the end line before he could save that one from going out of bounds. North Dakota basketball. 45-38. 7-point lead matches UVU's biggest of the game. Low post feed into Wilmer. Geddes Robinson with the rebound.
Yeah, defensively for the Wolverines, that's exactly what you want. Rory Fannin played great defense. Hunsaker came over for the double and forced a tough shot there from Mitch Wilmer.
Holton missed the 3. Keith Thompson slapped it away from Huff. It will still be North Dakota basketball.
See this high pick on the ball that we see so often in today's college game. Getting your point guard to do something just like that, being able to create off the screen.
Anderson, a nice move to find the seam. Couldn't get it to go down. Wolverine possession. Isaiah inside, missed it. Follow, Keith Thompson. The second time is good. It's a 9-point lead for the Wolverines, 13.5 to play. And Coach Brian Jones jumps off the bench for North Dakota and says, I need a timeout to talk to my team. (47-38). Biggest lead of the game for either team. North Dakota led in the first half by 5. North Dakota jumped out. If you joined us late, they jumped out early. 8-3. That was the 5-point lead. Wolverines then took the lead at 15-14. Lead changed hands in that first half 7 times and was tied 4 times.
This is Keith Thompson there skying for the rebound. You know, I remember when I used to play for Coach Hunsaker, he would always talk about when you get that high, you just have a soft hand. And you can see that's exactly what Keith did there. Had 2 attempts at it, wasn't able to get that first one to fall, but you see his ability to come down and get right back up again and have that soft hand and be able to tip the ball in. I think the Wolverines offensively are becoming, it seems like they're, I don't want to say more aggressive because I think they've been aggressive, but you know, they're taking better shots, they're getting more opportunities, and that's what's allowed them to stretch out this lead here. And their defense has contributed to that. They've forced North Dakota in some tough, bad shots, and it's enabled them to stretch out the game here a little bit. And I think it's been, to me, watching this, their offense has been great, but defensively is where they've really had the biggest effect on the game.
Huff has had a pretty quiet second half. Just 2 points here in the second half. Webb, Hunsaker comes up with a steal. Holton Hunsaker showing why he leads his team in steals. Isaiah sort of lost the handle, ended up carrying the ball. Goes in the books as a turnover against the Wolverines.
But that's that defense that we're talking about. Holton Hunsaker extending his defense out on the perimeter. Webb was trying to do a crossover move. Holton just got his hand in the way and deflected it, and then finished off the play by diving on the floor and passing it out to Isaiah. I think Isaiah knew that he did indeed carry that
ball. Mitchell. Rory Fannin with a rebound for UVU.
Yeah, Rory Fannon's brought that physicality as well. He's not afraid to get in there and bang, and you know, he picks up fouls here and there, but you know what you're going to get. You're going to get some hard physical play from him, and he's definitely done that here tonight.
Patrick Mitchell came in here averaging just under 11 points a game. Third on the team, so far scoreless for North Dakota. Foul against Troy Huff, his second. 12:20 left. Wolverines out 47-38. It's Geddes Robinson. Missed it. Brecky with the rebound.
Yeah, that was a play where Geddes was the inbounder, passed it into Holton in the corner and just ducked back in for the play. Just wasn't able to get the basket to fall.
Webb will take a three. That stops a 8-0 run that the Wolverines were on.
Much needed basket there from North Dakota. Holton Hunsaker got sucked down a little bit trying to help Rory Fannin with the post defense, and a nice kick out there to Jamal Webb for the three.
11.5 minutes left here at the UCCU Center. Geddes. Turnaround jumper, missed it. Went for his own rebound, and a foul on the battle. That one's going to be called on Allard. That'll bring us to another media timeout. 11:22 left. Wolverines leading by 6 here in Orem.
Utah Valley University. Your life, your beat, your university.
See the replay here of the post up from Geddes Robinson. Did a nice job of being patient, reading the defender, taking his time, and a patented left shoulder over his left shoulder jump shot there. One stat that I've been looking at here, Jim, that's been pretty impressive to me is that the Wolverines in this game have only shot 7 3-pointers. On the season, they average about 18 threes a game. And I think that from the start to this point, they've tried to get the ball inside. and they haven't relied on that three-point shot, haven't taken as many threes, and who knows, maybe in the last 11 minutes here they're going to take a lot more threes, but you know, if you can get it inside, those are the preferable shots.
It's been over 2 minutes since the Wolverines have scored a basket. Hubbard misses inside.
And we got Ben Aird coming back into the game, sitting for almost 9 minutes. Let's see if he can keep up the intensity defensively that Rory Fannin had.
All sorts of players with 2 fouls each. Ben's out there with 3. Players on both teams. 15 fouls have been called on North Dakota, 14 on UVU. Brecky. Shot blocked. Ball belongs to UVU.
Yeah, and enough can't be said about the defense. I mean, it's so hard to go 35 seconds of a possession and not allow a shot to to be taken. That time Brecky did get a shot off, but it was blocked from behind. But great defensive possession.
Ben Aird with the block. Now here comes North Dakota back the other way. Webb in the lane. Got it to go. The lead is just 4 for UVU.
Yeah, you can't defend that any better if you're holding Hunsaker. Just a nice play there from Webb. And that was off of the block shot there. I believe it was Brecky that was able to block Ben's shot.
Hunsaker was looking for the dish to Hubbard. Instead, they're going to say Allard fouled Hunsaker. That'll be the 7th team foul and 3rd foul against Jordan Allard. So that's 3 on Allard, 2 each on Huff, Webb, Brecky, Mitchell, Wilmer. For UVU, 2 fouls on Isaiah Williams, Geddes Robinson, 3 on Ben Aird, 3 on Rory Fannin.
And since we last talked about the foul situation, I had mentioned that 2 more fouls for the Wolverines was going to put North Dakota at the free throw line. Well, the tables have sure turned here, because North Dakota now, any foul that they commit will put the Wolverines at the free throw line for the rest of the game. 10 minutes here, the Wolverines are going to have a great opportunity to get some points at the line.
Holton Hunsaker, 12 points, 4 of 4 from the stripe. A couple of games ago, he saw his 41 straight free throw streak come to an end. Isaiah had the rebound, but it went off his knee. Isaiah finally gets it back. Huff could not get it down. Isaiah all the way.
What a move. Just probing the defense the whole time. You saw his speed, able to get it across half court. I think we're going to get a timeout here from Brian Jones, but you saw Isaiah watching that defender, and the second that he saw him back off, he wasn't going to pass that off. He was 8 feet from the rim, and just a nice touch shot there.
After North Dakota had cut it to within 4, a couple of free throws and a basket from the 2 guards from UVU. Now they're back out by 8, 51-43. 9.5 to play. These 2 teams have a rematch on March 3rd, last regular season game of the year for both squads up in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Basically, what I've seen from these 2 tonight, it wouldn't surprise me if that game on March 3rd isn't for the regular season championship.
Yeah, and that's why this game at home for the Wolverines is so important, because they know that the last game of the year they've got to go up and play on the road at North Dakota between the 2 favored teams, and so all the more important this game is.
Webb lost the handle. Wolverines come up with the turnover. Isaiah will take a 3. Hubbard with the rebound, taken away. North Dakota possession.
Yeah, the Wolverines do a great job getting their hands in the passing lanes. They've got a number of deflections tonight, which have led to fast break opportunities. Their defense has come up big here, and it's been a total team effort defensively, not just one player.
11 turnovers for North Dakota. Huff will take the 3. Back rim too hard. Schuler will try it.
There's that classic case of a long three-point shot leads to a long rebound, and a lot of teams, a lot of people think that that's the best time to take another three is right off of a long three-point shot where you get the offensive rebound, and that time Schuler was able to convert.
8:15 left. Hunsaker somehow got that up and in.
Yeah, it was almost like an isolation play there where they were trying to run a set on the weak side, but Holton, as he does so often, kind of gets the defender off balance, sees a lot of space, and is able to take advantage.
Schuler back-to-back trays.
When Schuler gets the ball, they're sending, North Dakota's sending a lot of their big guys and even sometimes their guards up to set screens to get him to come off of that. Hit back-to-back three-point shots here. He's starting to get a little bit of a rhythm.
Hunsaker misses from outside. North Dakota with the rebound. Schuler's got the hot hand. Put back though by Jamal Webb.
That's exactly what I was talking about. In transition, Schuler gets a screen set for him. He gets the shot off, misses it, but Jamal Webb there for the offensive board.
It's an 8-2 run right now that North Dakota is on. Coach Dick Hunsaker wants to take a timeout. 7 minutes, 16 seconds remaining here in Orem. Utah Valley with a 2-point lead. They led at halftime by 1, 34-33. Both these teams with 2 conference games next week. Utah Valley will be at home for both of those, Thursday and Saturday. Thursday at Chicago State, Saturday in JIT. Same 2 teams will be taking on North Dakota in reverse order. Thursday in JIT at North Dakota, Saturday Chicago State at North Dakota. If the airlines will let those teams get to North Dakota on time.
Sometimes that happens, and it's so unfortunate. But you know, as we had talked about, you and I, that I didn't think that was going to have much of an effect on the game, the delay, and sure enough, North Dakota doesn't look like they've been affected by it at all.
Well, they're young. They're young. They're young college kids, you know.
Just go out and play. That's all you have to do is just go out and play.
Now, you know there's going to be a lot of people that say, look, if they can play this good, let's save the hotel rooms.
Yeah, right.
Just fly in the day of the game, play, and come home. 6:40 left. Turnaround jumper. And we're tied at 53.
This game has turned into a little bit of a game of going on a run. Wolverines able to stretch it out to that 9-point lead. North Dakota fought back in the game here. The Wolverines are going to need to have a good offensive possession and get a basket here.
Hubbard, fade away, good.
Yeah, he's been the player tonight, I think, that they've gone to, and especially in the post. You see there, he didn't try and back the defender down. Took one move to back the defender down, but then did a step back, almost fading away from the basket in a nice finish for Alfonso.
Mitchell. And for Mitchell, that's his first points tonight. Told you he came in here averaging almost 11 a game. Comes with just 6 minutes left to play. Lob inside, nice play, nice assist from Ben Ayers to Hubbard.
Yeah, Ben was just roaming that the free throw line. He was just roaming the free throw line, waiting for the pass, waiting for the opportunity to dump it in. Alfonso never stopped working inside and was able to seal off the defender on the top side and the lob right over top.
Hubbard, the leading scorer in the game. Schuler, jumper, rolls off, no good. Back up. We're going to say it was blocked cleanly. Wilmer went up with it, and Ben Ayers got it. North Dakota controls. Slapped away, Wolverines on the run. Lead pass, Hubbard. Fouled from behind, I think. That one's going to go against Mitchell. It is. Mitchell picks up the foul with 5 minutes, 12 seconds left. That's going to bring us to another media timeout. Wolverines leading by 2, and Mitchell picks up his 3rd foul.
Dawn is breaking at Utah Valley University. 33,000 students are descending on campus. What are they after? Knowledge? Opportunity? They might be pursuing an MBA, an automotive certificate, or a bachelor's degree in philosophy. But despite their different paths, they share a common understanding.
Think back to when you were a child. What did you dream of becoming as an adult? A pilot? A teacher? A nurse? Maybe a mathematician, a mechanic, or a scientist. Now imagine a place where everyone is focused on your success. Imagine an education that is personal, engaging, fun, and professional. With an education from UVU, all of this becomes true. Utah Valley University. It's your dream. It's your university.
See the replay here of the long outlet pass there. Alfonso out and running off of the deflection. Great time to run in transition when you can get a steal defensively, get your hand on the ball. And a nice pass. Alfonso going to be going to the free throw line for some 2 important free throws here.
Hubbard's got 15 points. He's the leading scorer in the game despite not even starting. By the way, this is a career high for Alfonso Hubbard. 15 points tonight. He's played a total of 19 minutes thus far. It's 2 of 2 from the stripe. Make it 3 of 3.
We've seen a couple of possessions defensively for the Wolverines lately that have North Dakota's got a couple second chance opportunities. I think the Wolverines have to make sure that any shot that goes up, they've got to have total team effort rebounding defensively. They've got to have their guards down. They've got to have everybody crashing the glass.
Hubbard's got 17, Hunsaker 14, Williams 10. Off the glass, no. Brecky with the rebound, back up and in.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about there. Aaron Anderson was able to get into the paint. Ben Aaron had to come over and rotate and help, and it left the weak side wide open. There was no rotation on the backside for the Wolverines.
There's a steal by Troy Huff. He'll take it all the way. We're tied at 59 with 4:45 to play.
Yeah, turnovers are always going to hurt you. And I think that's been something that's hurt the Wolverines. That's going to give North Dakota 16 points off of turnovers. 18 points off turnovers tonight.
Ben Aaron working in against Brecky over to Hunsaker. And jumping in front of the pass is Brecky, and he might get called for this foul. He does. Brandon Brecky, one of those 4 super sophomores they've got on North Dakota's team.
Ben got that ball in the post initially, kicked it back out, tried to reestablish his position, and another entry pass inside. Brecky trying to get around the outside, but gets called for the foul.
19th foul, but now Brecky's got 3. Brecky's got 3 fouls. Mitchell's got 3. Allard's got 3. 3 other players for North Dakota with 2 each. Ben will have another 1-1.
Yeah, these 1-and-1 free throws here. Alfonso's hit the last 2. Ben got 1 of 2 here. But free throw shooting is going to be so critical here for both teams in the last 4.5 minutes.
Ben Aaron had 3 fouls in that first half. Didn't get to see as many minutes as he's used to. Played 15 minutes in the first half. Made them both, though.
Yeah, for North Dakota, who are you going to go to offensively? I think we're going to see a pretty heavy dose of high screens on the ball. Aaron Anderson with the ball. Players coming up, we're going to see Mitch Wilmer come up and set that screen. How can the Wolverines, or how are they going to defend that?
Jumper outside for 3 is short. North Dakota controls. Anderson will take another one. Got that one. And just like that, North Dakota back out in front, 62-61 with 4 minutes left. Back and forth they go. Hubbard gives over to KT, who misses the one-handed slam. Gets it back, though. Forces it inside, puts up the hook. That will go.
Wow, what a play there from Keith. First, the great move to get the dunk opportunity, a little bit too strong, comes down with his own rebound and wasn't going to be denied there.
UVU back out in front by 1. Here's a 3. No. Hunsaker pulls down the rebound. Wolverines pushing it up court. Holton slapped away from behind. Anderson went for the steal, knocked it out of bounds. That'll bring us to a timeout on the floor. 3 minutes, 17 seconds. Don't go away. This one is heating up. Wolverines by 1.
I'm Joe Luce, an anthropology student at UVU, and this is my classroom. At UVU, I'm sharpening my mind and my skills.
I'm Patty Garcia, a geology student at UVU, and this is Engaged Learning. At UVU, I'm learning by doing.
Wolverines nursing a 1-point lead with 3:17 to play here on their home court in Orem, Utah. Great West Conference season opener for both North Dakota and Utah Valley. 3 players in double figures for each team. Leading scorer Alfonso Hubbard, 17 points for UVU. Troy Huff's got 15 for North Dakota. UVU possession. Wolverines throw it away. North Dakota coming up with another turnover. That's number 12 against UVU.
Yeah, Keith tried to get it inside to Ben Air. That was the play that they ran, tried to get him posted up. But at this time of the game, that's the last thing that you want is those turnovers.
Brecky tried to work it in against Ben Aird. Kicks out the Webb. Drives in, stripped by Isaiah, picked up by Ben. Outlet to Isaiah. Hesitates to the hole, missed it, point blank. And a foul on the rebound inside. That one's going to go against Geddes Robinson of Utah Valley. His third.
And just as you don't want to turn the ball over, you want to get turnovers. The Wolverines, once again, another defensive possession. Isaiah didn't look like he had his balance there, just overshot that one, and Geddes called for the offensive foul.
Schuler gives over to Mitchell.
Yeah, great play there from Ben.
Wolverines 15 turnovers now against North Dakota.
Yeah, both teams turning the ball over here. Last 2 minutes, you got to make sure that you take care of the ball, get yourself an opportunity to score.
Hunsaker drives in, off the glass, good. 65-62. It's a 3-point lead for the Wolverines, and a quick little timeout called by North Dakota. Just under 2 minutes left in this one. UVU pushes their lead out to 3. Holton Hunsaker, all of a sudden 16 points tonight. Terrific game for the sophomore.
Watch the finish that he had there. Looked like he tried to draw that contact. You know, he went strong to the basket, went into Patrick Mitchell. I didn't think that there was a foul there, but Holton tried to draw that contact and still able to finish.
Holton Hunsaker, first half, 2 points. Second half, 14 points. And oh, by the way, he has 6 assists. He came in here averaging 7 assists in his last 3 games, each of his last 3 games.
Yeah, I think he's been the offensive catalyst tonight. I think Alfonso Hubbard's contributed and played a great game as well.
All right, so what you're seeing there hasn't been updated. Holton actually has 16 points now on 5 of 12 shooting. Geddes Robinson still looking for that double-double. 13 rebounds, just 6 points, though. I can guarantee you Geddes says, all I want's a W.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got just under 2 minutes here. When you get at these times in the game, the very basics and the very fundamentals of the game become so much more important. You know, rebounding, not gambling defensively, being in good defensive position. And which team is going to be able to focus and concentrate more on those aspects.
Whistle away from the ball, sort of screened out by the officials. All I see is Holton laying on the floor. And the foul's going to be called against Jordan Allard. No, they're going to call it on Holton Hunsaker. My bad.
Yeah, I think he was trying to chase the defender and was going to be screened and didn't quite get around the screen. We were blocked out from the official here, but it's what I can assume is knowing how Holton chases the screens and tries to get through those screens. That's more than likely what happened.
Brecky hasn't missed a free throw yet. Now he has. Wolverines having a tough time picking up the loose ball. Now they control. Minute 40 left. Wolverines by 3. Keith Thompson goes around Huff. Hanging jumper. No. Brecky with a rebound taken away. Ben Air. Jump hook. A charge. That's foul number 4 on Ben Air.
I think what I saw Coach Hunsaker tell to Ben there is in that situation when you get a fresh shot clock, the clock is in your favor. You love the aggressiveness, you love him trying to go and score, but time and score in that possession, maybe kick the ball out, run a little bit more time off the clock.
So the Wolverine lead is still 3. Schuler will take a 3. Missed it. Isaiah Williams with the rebound. Under a minute left. Wolverines by 3.
Yeah, nice job of Geddes Robinson. Holton got screened off. They were trying to set 2 or 3 screens there. He gets screened off. Geddes comes up. And they got a 10-second violation.
Coach Hunsaker jumping off the bench saying, I was trying to call a timeout. Nobody saw him. Turnover, Wolverines. Gives the ball right back to North Dakota.
Yeah, I think Holton was looking to pass ahead, and he didn't get the pass off and picked up his dribble. It was the worst time and worst spot to do that.
65-62, Wolverines by 3.
If I'm in that huddle, though, I'm very confident because defensively they've done a great job on the last couple of possessions here. You got to stay with that in mind and say, look, we've done a good job of forcing them into tough shots. We've got a 3-point lead. Don't commit any fouls here. Continue to play the great defense that you've played.
$50 seconds left. Ben Erickson out there with 4 fouls for the Wolverines. Geddes Robinson has 3. North Dakota possession.
Yeah, we're going to get a high screen on the ball just like we've done previously.
Webb takes it in. Missed it. Keith Thompson rebound for UVU. And a reach-in foul to stop the clock. Troy Huff commits the foul. 38.2 to play. Probably going to put KT at the free throw line. Keith Thompson, the senior from Bellflower, California, at the free throw line for UVU. His first trip there tonight.
Great defensive possession there. Isaiah Williams in such a tough spot there as Keith makes that first free throw. In such a tough spot because he's guarding the man who's coming down full steam, coming off of a high screen there. He was able to recover, get shot pressure on the shot, and a great job of rebounding down there from Keith Thompson.
Keith Thompson makes them both. He's got 10 points, and the Wolverines lead by 5 with 35 seconds left. 2-second differential, shot clock, game clock. Doesn't matter as Webb drives in off the glass, missed it, and charged. Geddes Robinson taking that charge.
Great awareness, good rotation. Once again, I've been so impressed with the defense. And that's, to me, they've obviously scored enough points, but their defense has been incredible tonight. And on that play specifically, you see Geddes Robinson with a nice rotation coming over, taking the charge, sacrificing himself.
26 seconds left. They get it into Isaiah, fouled immediately. The two players that the Wolverines would like to see at the free throw line. Dick Hunsaker first, Isaiah Williams second. Fourth foul, by the way, against Webb. 10th team foul. Nope, now they're going to, sorry, 5th foul against Jamal Webb. So Webb is gone. Jamal Webb fouls out of this one with 9 points. They put 5 fouls up on the scoreboard, but the stat monitor in front of it is showing only 4. I think 5 is going to be the answer.
Yep. I don't think he's going to be back in.
2 shots, Isaiah Williams. He'll be the only Wolverine standing anywhere close to this basket. After North Dakota took a 62-61 lead, Wolverines now 7 straight points. North Dakota's basket lead came at 3 minutes and 46 seconds left. They haven't scored since.
Going to get a quick shot here from North Dakota, try and keep as much time on the clock for them.
Mitchell way out front. No. Ben Aird rebound. He's fouled. 19 seconds left. Reach in foul on Antwi. 7-point lead for the Wolverines here at home against Great West Conference foe North Dakota. The two teams everybody expects to see battle it out for the regular season championship and maybe even the tournament championship, which will be played this year in Chicago on the home court of Chicago State University. Big Ben gets them both to go down. 9-point lead for the Wolverines. Matches their biggest of the game. What a time to have it with 17 seconds left. They let Anderson go by on the Matador defense. And now Keith Thompson will get to shoot a couple. You ready to call this yet?
Well,
still 12.6 to play. Stranger things have happened, my friend.
Yeah, ask Spike Lee and Madison Square Garden, right, with Reggie Miller. You never know. You know, you can never play like it's over when it's, you know, until it's over. So
Keith Thompson's first miss from the stripe tonight. 2 of 3. Wolverines overall free throw shooting 20 of 27 now. Got the second one down. It's an 8-point lead for the Wolverines. Took them a while to wind the clock on that one. Turnover. Keith Thompson picks up the loose ball. Wolverines are going to win this one. And go start off their conference season 1-0 in conference play. 72-64. We'll take a break. Post-game show coming up here on UVU TV.
Welcome to Utah Valley University, home to an educational philosophy that engages its students in hands-on, practical education. I invite you to learn more about one of Utah's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic universities.
Join the student section and cheer for the mighty Wolverines. Mighty Athletic Wolverine League sports passes are now available. Your mall pass gets you tickets to every NCAA home game, free food at the tailgate parties, prizes at the games, and lots of new friends. Get more information on their Facebook page or by calling Campus Connection at 801-863-8797. Go UVU!
Back at the UCCU Center, Wolverines win their 11th game of the season with a very impressive 72-64 victory over North Dakota. We're joined now courtside by victorious head coach Dick Hunsaker. Congratulations on the win, Coach. A heck of a college basketball game and a heck of a way to start out Great West Conference play.
We knew North Dakota would come out. They felt great. You know, they thought this was their home court. They just won the conference tournament here a year ago. You know, they have everybody back, that team intact. They've played a tough schedule, and we just know how they play and match up with us. They're going to be they're a very hard-nosed group and really scratch and claw. And I thought tonight was quite a battle for us.
So many players to talk about. I was really impressed with Alfonso, 17 points tonight. Holton had 16 and 6 assists, ran the floor well. Just accolades all down the line, I think, for the Wolverines tonight.
Well, again, Geddes was superb on the boards.
Yeah.
Had great energy, went up and snatched some. Thompson got a little bit trigger happy a time or two, but his play on that putback, my word, you know, there's just so much for Keith Thompson, and he's not afraid, which I like, but I always got to use his discretion. Got in defensively a little bit better there late when I can keep him concentrated up his defensive. He really should be our best defensive player when he's concentrating. Ben Aird came back in after the foul situation and I thought was superb in the last 2 or 3 minutes, made play after play. Isaiah Williams did okay, got to be more consistent. You know, I expect a lot of Isaiah. Isaiah's a heck of a player. I expect a lot of Isaiah. Decision making, floor play, the whole thing, and defensively, but was solid tonight. Holton I thought was terrific, had a couple silly turnovers though I don't quite understand, but he still was very, very good defensively and hustled. Hubbard was great on the, just really scored the ball well for us. And if I can get Hubbard playing well consistently, it means a lot to our club off the bench. Brown was solid. Brown was okay. He helped us fill in with Isaiah in those minutes. And but the player of the game is last guy I'm building this to. Player of the game gets game ball is Rory Fannin. 10 minutes in the second half was superb. Really helped to stretch the game, was outstanding. Fantastic job by Rory Fannin.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations. Coach Dick Hunsaker sees his Wolverines improve to 11-10 with the 72-64 victory over North Dakota. We got time to do a few stats here, folks. Hubbard with 17, Hunsaker 16, Williams with 12, Keith Thompson 11. 4 players in double figures for the Wolverines. Geddes Robinson, 6 points, 13 rebounds. Here you see the team stats, Matt Peterson analysis of what we're looking at here.
For both teams, they both played well. It was a game of runs. You see the, field goals virtually identical there. Wolverines shot the three-point shot a lot better than did North Dakota. And I think what really hampered North Dakota in the second half was those turnovers. They had a lot of critical turnovers. So it was a pretty similar game. I think both teams are very evenly matched, and we've talked about how the Wolverines needed to take advantage of the home court here tonight because they've got a tough road game. Many tough road games in conference, but to finish up the season up in North Dakota will be a tough game as well.
Yeah, that was going to be fun. By the way, that three-point percentage, a little misleading. Yeah, the Wolverines shot 63%, but they were just 5 of 8.
Well, and that's what I was saying. It was so incredible is they only took, normally they take 18, they average 18 threes a game, but they only took 8 three-point shots because they were able to get it inside. I thought a lot of players played well tonight. Alfonso Hubbard played extremely well, and Holton Hunsaker made some nice shots at the end as well.
All right, that's going to do it. North Dakota falls to UVU 72-64. Thanks for being with us, folks. This broadcast was produced by students from the Digital Media Department here at UVU. This has been a copyrighted production of UVU and the UVU Sports Network. For Matt Peterson, I'm Jim McCullough saying good night from Orem, Utah.